Yeah.
Hi, Khosi. Can you hear me?
I, I can hear you very well. Can
Oh
you
my
hear
God,
me?
Khosi. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm tired though. Yo.
I
Whew,
know.
I'm going through a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm okay. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I mean, you going through a lot. You're the winner, so of course, a
Yeah.
lot is going on right now for you. So you just look absolutely stunning. I'm just
Thank you
blown away.
so much.
Okay, everyone, welcome Millionaire Khosi, guys. Say Khosi the millionaire is here.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't get used to that. Like I'm still trying to get used to that.
Yeah, I know, I know. You know the funny thing, Kosi, when I was prepping for this interview, I
Yes.
was asking myself, how do you prepare to talk to a journalist? How do you prepare to interview a journalist? Okay, what am I gonna do?
Oh my, I know. When you put it like that, actually, it makes it a little more difficult.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It
So let's
is. It is.
just have a conversation.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's have a conversation and see
Yeah.
where it goes. So my first question for you is, what does it feel like to be a winner? You know, how does that feel?
Wow. Hmm. I think honestly, it's just it's just a weird feeling that you
Mm,
can't really describe or put in words because it's so surreal.
mm,
I'll be driving and I'll just be like, wait, is this really my life? Like,
mm-hmm,
is this my life? But at the same time, it comes with it comes with its disadvantages. You
mm,
know, um, funny enough, even when I was in the house, I always told people like, I think I'm gonna go back to my normal life. Like I was so
mm,
convinced that my life, or at least some part of it, is gonna be normal. And that was a lie. That was a lie. Everything just changes like a whole new world.
mm. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, so how do you adjust to your new reality? You know, that's really the conversation, right? How do you go from just being a journalist, working your ass off to get to where you are, going on a reality show where everybody's judging you, everyone is watching your every move, then win that reality show and come out to the world? Like, how do you adjust to your new reality?
I think you just, take it as it comes. Take it a day at a time. Just
Mm,
like how I moved in the house.
mm,
There were days I didn't want to be there. There were days I didn't want to get up. But I found ways to make it through those days. So it's the same even on the outside, especially this week, because I mean, it's been exactly 7 days since I
mm.
left the house.
Yeah,
So it's been really hard. Each day came with its own challenges, and I'm just trying to take it a day at a time. Because I
yeah.
promise you, if I try to do less than that, I will go crazy. I will literally go mad. You see me picking up papers and mopping grass. Every I swear.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there's this video that came out after you won where we saw your
Yeah.
parents celebrating and just
Oh,
thanking
yes.
God
Mm.
that their daughter, achieved this. So how are your family? How are your parents dealing with everything?
Whoa.
What was the conversation like with them when you finally got a chance to speak to them?
That's the sad part. My parents were in the because I mean my parents stay in a different state, like in a different
Mm,
province.
mm,
So they came all the way for the show. I didn't even think they were gonna come. I thought they were just gonna watch me on TV. So
mm,
they came all the way, and obviously they were somewhere where they were watching me because we're not at studio. or you
Mm-hmm.
know, I thought I was going to see them. I thought like immediately I'm going to get off stage and be with them and all of that. But they had to leave the state before we could meet. So I haven't seen my parents. They
Wow.
tried to delay a little bit, but I was so busy. There was literally no time for me to meet my parents and like hug them and just tell them how much I miss them and just hear them telling me in person how proud they are. So I haven't had that opportunity. Even on the phone,
Mm.
every time my mom calls me, I'm in the middle of something. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
so it's been really tricky. We haven't really had a moment, and I can imagine how she's feeling. Because
Yeah.
before I went into the house, I am the oldest daughter in my family. So
Yeah.
me and my mom were very close, and we used to have like all types of chit chats and gossip and stuff like that. And suddenly that's just taken away from her. I
Yeah.
can just imagine how that is. Even my dad, I think I've spoken to my dad once. Worse, I've spoken to my dad once, and she was just like trying to check up on me, and I told him like I'm good. Like he could even hear that I'm not fully in the conversation because I was in the middle of something. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the sad part about all of this. Yeah.
I know, but you must know that they're proud of you. They're proud of everything
No,
you've
no,
accomplished.
no. To be honest with you, my parents have always been proud of me
Mm.
because from a young age they've always known how determined and focused and strong I am.
Mm.
So this, I don't think they thought I could achieve this, but they've always known that I'm gonna be successful, even if it wasn't in people's eyes, like coming with
Yeah.
fame and all of that. They've always known that I'm gonna be successful. I don't think there's a part of my life where I stress my parents out.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, but
mean,
this was something else.
this is something else. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm not, we could tell, even while you were on the show, we could tell that it seemed like in every aspect of your life, you've always been determined to win at it. Whether it's modeling, whether it's journalism, whether it's just doing your thing on TikTok. So it's very interesting, to watch everything play out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. I guess
yeah.
that is very much true. Yeah.
I want to ask you about something you mentioned in the house. You talked about, leaving home at 16 and,
17.
going into
Yeah.
the world 17. Yeah. So tell
Mhm.
me how was that like for you? Leaving home, the kind of mindset you had and what you went through.
Um, I think I was just done with being a baby or a child. I think I was ready for the world, and I just couldn't wait to be independent and do things by myself. And I was really determined to finish school, get a scholarship, and move to a different state and try life by myself. Because I've always known that my parents can't always protect me and be there
Yeah.
for me. So I wanted to learn to survive by myself. So yeah, it was just something I strongly felt it had to be done. And to be honest with you, I think that was the best decision ever because
Yeah.
it contributed a lot to the person I am, you know? I was determined to do it. I went for it. I did it. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. The way I'm so independent and I'm just able to do things by myself, I think it was called for.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now that you've come out of the house, you're kind of like
Yeah.
going through the motion. So you're definitely seeing stuff, you've heard stuff. What would you say is the greatest misconception you've read or seen about yourself since you've come out of the house?
That I'm ugly. I was like, what? He's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm a lot of things but ugly. So
Yeah,
I saw
I
that
agree.
and was like, wow, okay. And like to be honest with you, at the same time, I just always like I thought it was funny. I thought it
Mm.
was funny. I remember there was a time in the house I was telling people like, you know what? Every time people see me in person, they always be like, you look better in person. Because maybe maybe I'm going on a date with someone and they're looking at my Instagram, whatever. I'm thinking I have the best pictures out there. And then when they meet me, they're like, wow, actually, pictures don't do you justice. I did not think the whole entire cameras would paint that narrative, you know? But yeah, that one was definitely like hilarious. I was like, wow, really? Yeah. But yeah, I don't think anything else. Oh, yes. Let me tell you what else shocked me. I did not know there was a whole community literally protecting me. There was a whole kingdom.
Khosi reigns. Khosi reigns.
I don't think,
okay.
I was like, what? Who started this movement? There's a whole movement that like stood by me, protected me, fought for me at all times, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So when I came out, I didn't have my phone for a couple of days, and I heard like people were trying to tell me it didn't make sense to me. They're like, yeah, you have fans. They call Khosi reigns. I'm like, Khosi what?
You know the funny thing, when you came out, you did say that on stage. You said you can't believe that people voted for you, that you want to ask them, why did they vote for you?
Exactly. So you can imagine then, on top of that, you winning, to find out there are people actually out there rooting for you. And then you discover that those people have built a community, that they came together to make sure that not only your brand moves forward, but you are protected from all the negativity. It was literally mind-blowing. This day, Khosi reigns. Honestly, I don't know if everyone says this about, you know.
Oh, I think she's getting a call. It kind of was, it was rolling for a minute there. Yeah, it's back.
Okay. Right. So when I saw how much they loved and protected me, man. And can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I hear there are people trolling me and there's trolls happening. I'm just not a social media person like that, you know. I do what I gotta do and then I just bounce out. I don't spend much time on social media, so I don't really know what's happening that much on social media. Maybe once things just maybe settled and I have more time on my hand, maybe I'll have some time to spend on social media. But when I hear that people are trolling me, that surprises me, because when I go on social media, I just see love. I just see love. And it just clicked to me that the Khosi reigns, they see the negativity that comes with maybe certain things I do or say. And then they just bombard that negativity with love and positivity. And when I show up on social media, I just see nice things. And to be honest with you, I don't... that one means the world to me, because I only hear about the trolls, but I don't see them. And I know that's only because there are people who are like, we're going to protect you from this. Amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. Well, a lot of the Khosi reigns have been bombarding me, okay? Asking me, when is King Khosi coming to Nigeria? They want to shower you with love. They want to watch you do your thing. So can you please answer Khosi reigns so they can stop bombarding me, guys? So tell us, when are you coming to Nigeria?
No, I'm definitely coming to Nigeria. Without a doubt, I'm coming to Nigeria. Just that my team is trying to work things out so that when I come to Nigeria, everything sort of like aligns. All my projects aligns. So I'm definitely coming. They don't have to worry about that at all. And this weekend, I know Khosi reigns in Nigeria threw a whole party to celebrate my win. There's just no way. There's just no way I'm not going to come to Nigeria. I wanted to come to Nigeria before the show. At some point in my life, I wanted to, after I finished secondary school, I wanted to further my studies in Nigeria. I looked into it and I was considering Nigeria. So
Wow.
I don't think it's a matter of question at this point. Like I'm definitely coming to Nigeria, and when I was in the house, it's just a matter of when.
Mm.
But it's in the books. We're working on
Okay.
it.
Okay. Fantastic. Now I want to talk a bit about good deeds. Like, what inspired you to start that organization?
Oh,
What inspired you?
you see now, when you talk about good deeds, it's like the whole energy shifts because
Yeah.
that's my baby. That's sort of like I feel like everyone has a purpose in life, and I feel like charity and giving back is my purpose. I feel like I've been placed on this earth to make people's life better.
Mm.
It has always felt like a calling. So when I started Good Deeds in 2017, it was because of that.
Mm.
I knew I had to start it, but I just kept thinking, no, I need the right amount of money. I need sponsorship. I need partnership. I had
Mm-hmm.
excuses until one day I was like, you know what? All I have to do is start, and everything else I'll figure it out along the way. Going to Big Brother, I knew that this is it for me, not only to do well and help in my country, but the rest of the continent. And what makes me so happy is how I've gotten invitations from different countries in Africa
Oh.
because of good deeds. And
Mm.
they telling me we have this, we have that. We would like for you to come. I mean, you're into this. Yeah, I think that's the biggest win I got from Big Brother.
Mm. That's amazing, Khosi. That's amazing.
Mm.
Because I remember when you were in the house, and I think you mentioned it once, and we went to your TikTok and we saw you, packing it, cooking it. It was so refreshing to
Mm.
see you, do that. And it kind of seemed like a therapeutic thing for you as well, because it was
Mm.
wonderfully done, I must say.
Yeah,
So yeah, so
yeah.
that's amazing.
I was I didn't like taking content because I got a lot of criticism from that because people always felt like if you're gonna do something, you don't have to take videos, you don't have to like do this, you know what I mean? But I realized
Yeah,
that actually people do a lot of terrible things on the internet to other people. You know
right.
what I mean? We do need something that's nice, something that will make you smile, something that would lift
Your
some
spirits.
spirit. So I
Hmm.
was like, nah, man, I can't believe I stopped doing this just because some people felt a certain way. It's something beautiful. It's something that needs to be shared. And when I posted that video, it was unfortunate that because I think that day, Christmas Day, uh, a few days after that, that's when Big Brother told me that I might make it in the house. And during that time, I had already gotten a few people who wanted to jump on board and help. And that's the whole point of also sharing content when you're doing charity because you never know who could offer a helping hand. So I delayed
That's amazing.
myself because
Mm.
I was concerned about people saying, "Oh, you're doing charity work and you bring your camera," and it delayed me. It really delayed me a lot.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you decided to put the video out, because I agree. When you scroll through the timeline and you see a lot
Yeah.
going on and you see good stuff, positive stuff, it does inspire people. And I think that you should just continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you some questions about, things that happen in the house, right? So one
Right.
thing that I wanted to know is, we saw you in the diary room discuss or other people say about you, right? And a lot of the times, us as viewers, when we're watching, we know this
Right.
person is saying this, but we're thinking, does Khosi know, right? So a little time will pass and you speak on it and we'll be like, so Khosi knows, right? So how were you able to hear things about yourself that was negative or not accurate and ignore them and not confront people and not have that conversation? And why did you decide to do that? How were you able to do that? And why did you decide to do
Right. Now, let me tell you something. When God is preparing a table for you, I think He already knows the challenges that you might come across. And you think and reason differently. You know?
Right.
So, my thing is, being in that house, I knew I had a bigger picture. Like, I knew the bigger picture. And I remembered why I was there. And I knew that it was only by God's grace, if we're being honest, Shem. You know what I mean? It wasn't by my own power and how amazing I was. I made it to the house because of God's grace. And I have to remember that every single time. And I always felt like He was preparing me for something big. Like, I always, even when me and Mirko were going through some stuff, I'll tell him, like, bruh, there's got to be something bigger on the other side. There's no way we could be going through this in this house. He's preparing us for something. So whatever came my way, I was like, okay, the bigger I imagine the blessing to be. So I was like, okay, something big must be coming because I can't be going through this. And I never really understood people who are concerned about certain things, because I honestly believe I stayed in my lane, you know, because there's something about staying in your lane. It's like when you're driving. You see, when you're driving and there's like 4 lanes. You see, when you start driving on other people's lanes, or you start driving in the middle of the line and it's not really clear where you're going, you might cause an accident and you might die. So it's the same with life. Just knowing where you're going and staying in your lane. I think that leads to much bigger things in life. So that's what I did in the house. Like, the noise were always going to be there, and I would have been concerned if people were not talking about me. I would have been concerned. That would
True, definitely true.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the funny thing, when you first came making connections in the house, a lot of us viewers were saying, well, she has someone outside. Why is she making ultimatums, or why does she want to pursue something or build connections, right? So the thing is, you could have decided to not say that at all and just continued with your connections, and it wouldn't have been an issue. But you decided to say that. It would have been less of a problem. So why did you decide to disclose that when you could have easily not, and not gotten any flack for that?
Well, it was the truth. I wasn't gonna lie.
I mean, not lie, but not disclose that. Not say anything about that, because as the show progressed, we found out other people had connections as well outside.
Yeah. But that was their own concern. They wanted to lie. They didn't want to lie. I feel like it was the truth. And going into the house, I didn't have plans to be in a relationship or whatever. Going into the house, I just wanted to. I knew it was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I didn't want to come out and be like, "Ish, I should have done things like this." I just wanted to be myself, and whether that comes with a win or a lose, but at least I was myself. So Miracle asked me the same thing. It was like, "But why would you do that? Like, that doesn't make sense." It was the truth. What happened after that? I had no plans. I really had no plans to be in any type of situationships and stuff like that. But I knew that I'm gonna be honest, because I was one of the last people. I think I was the third last or second last person to speak and tell the whole house about themselves. So you had to say like a small introduction of who you are, what you do and stuff, and then answer if you are single or you are taken or you are, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely in a relationship. It's very, very deep. It's 4 years. Yeah. Hey, after that, what happened? It was kind of out of my control. And I didn't want to, I'm the type of person, like, I'm going to leave in the moment. Like, I'm going to leave in the moment because any day could be your last one. So if
Right.
I'm going to try and do things to please the next person and I go to bed by myself, I have to deal with me. That doesn't make any sense. Because at the end of the day, when you die, people are going to go bury you and they're going to move on. That's
Facts.
the truth. So now if you're going to continue, live the rest of your life, live your whole entire 25 years to please other people, it's going to be a problem. So I think I had the same mentality in the house. And also the type of relationship I was in, it made sense because it was an open relationship. So it didn't make sense for me to be too uptight to second think anything if I knew that it was kind of like an open relationship type of situation.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Now you brought up Miracle, you know, our partner, Khosi to the world. So there was a point in the game where that was after Ibuka did the whole table shaking, right? And and Miracle was kind of like Ibuka. Miracle was kind of like, you know, why are you still with him? Why are you still going in this direction? And you were like, when it comes to Yemi, I can handle myself. I know what I'm doing. And that was after Ibuka shook the table, after you found out about everything. What did you mean by that? King Khosi,
You know,
what did you mean by that?
I knew exactly what I was doing. First, I saw how he was moving, but I really did like him. That's not a lie. I liked him, and he knew that. So I was just like, okay, I like this boy, and me breaking up with him or just leaving him is not going to work because we're in the same house. So I need to be smart about it. I need to move on before I break things off. You know what I mean? Like, sort of like, move on emotionally and just accept that, okay, this situation is not what I want it to be before saying it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, what he was doing, I saw him, I was watching him, like, okay, no, it's fine. You can do you. I'm going to let you do you, but I'm also going to do me. And it's going to be like level ground. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You know, he started feeling some type of way, and I had already like thought about everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So at that point, were you like, okay, since he seems like now, you know, you've checked out a bit, and he at that point started, I won't say applying pressure, but became more committed. So when he was doing all of that, how did you feel about that? Were you saying, okay, let's see where this goes, or were you still at the point of I've already checked out, or let me see how it plays out for you?
No, when he wanted to change, when he so when that happened, I was very confused because I thought I know like how to go around with the whole thing. But when he did that, I was like, damn, now how do I know this is real? Because I was trying to be ahead of him, but like I was like, what if he's doing this to be ahead of me? You know? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take some time to give him a chance. Because if he's faking this, he's not gonna be able to fake it for long.
Right.
So that so that's what was happening. It was just like trying to really see if he's really trying to commit and make things work, or he's just trying to be a few steps ahead in the game. Yeah, so I was just like, okay, let me just see how things are going. Is this really what it's presented to be? Or because if it was true, I'm going to be honest with you. things wouldn't have ended the way they did. Like, it would have been a different story. It's like I can sense it. It's like I can sense like you're doing things behind my back. And it's cool. I'm gonna figure it out and move around it.
Okay. Okay. So let's close that. Where are you guys at now? Have you spoken after the show, or is it like radio silence?
I mean, I don't think we have any grudges against each other. I think we both understand that like life just happens and sometimes things don't go your way.
Right.
So I wouldn't say there's any bad feelings or grudges or
Of course not.
or hatred towards one another. I think well, I hope he understands that I wish him all the best. And if at some point he was hurt, it wasn't my intention, you know, because I mean, at the end of the day, I had a feeling that it was a game, and there was a lot of playing in the game, and what sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Right. Right. I've always wanted to know that how do housemates like such as yourself go from in the house, they kind of speak every day, they build connections, bonds, and when they come out, it could be a thing where we don't know each other, you know, or we know each other, but it's hello. I've always wondered how housemates kind of like juggle that. So it's interesting. It's very interesting.
You know,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so the funny thing is that I haven't had a chance to really be in the real world 100%. So it will be hard for me to answer that question since I've been really occupied, and
Right.
I don't think it would be fair for me to give like an answer right now. I think I still need to give the situation a chance and see how it goes. But for now, yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
really had time to think about such things and
Yeah.
all of that. But yeah, that is a good question, and I think I'll find out in a few weeks.
Yes, you will. I will be here. We'll definitely be here. So have you kind of been like secluding yourself? Like what has been your routine? Just home, work, or what has been
This
your
is my
your
first.
routine?
This is my first night at my house. This is going to be my first night at my house. I haven't been at my house since I came out of the house. I've been in a hotel, just work, 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 work. So this is the first night that I will spend in my house. I haven't been able to be by myself. I haven't been able to get some me time to be by myself. And tonight, I think it's going to be the night, hopefully.
Okay. I'm glad because I know you did say that you haven't really been sleeping well. How is that now? Are you back to a good sleeping pattern, or is it still shaky?
Ah, it's not really about the pattern itself, but you have like conversation with people in different parts of the world, and it's important conversation that sort of like work. So during the day you're busy with like interviews, shoots, and so forth, and then like at night you're talking to all these people that are trying to work with you or build something with you. So, and the conversation along, sometimes they can be an hour, sometimes it can be 3 hours, and you just like, and because you are also invested in the conversation, you don't see how fast the time goes, and the next thing you know it's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So and there's always something. Even now I already have probably 3, 4 meetings, Zoom, WhatsApp, calls and stuff with people from different countries and stuff. So I think it's also just that I haven't really tried, but when I hit my pillow, I sleep, So
Please do, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
glad that you're having these meetings, you are having these conversations with people all over the world. That shows that, brand building is going well, and we're excited to see Khosi flourish. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think I have just a couple of questions left. Oh, one question. What was the main reason why you and Tabang had that fight before you left? What was that really about? The you know, because we saw that day you guys were refusing to speak to each other. So what were you really upset about? You know?
Um, so uh, that night we had a great time,
Right.
and I felt like at the time, honestly, I think it was just alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Because when you really think about it, it wasn't anything major. I was just being dramatic about the situation, and that was unfair on him, Shem. But yeah, I think it was that just alcohol and being
We
dramatic, you
definitely
know.
love dramatic Khosi though. Shout out to dramatic Khosi.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I tend to be like that, and yeah, but I don't think it was anything major.
Mm.
And because, like, obviously, I'm also just a bit stubborn. When I realized that that was unnecessary, it takes some time for me to be like, okay, that was unnecessary. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. So glam team, because I know when you come out, I mean, before you came on the show, when you go through your page, you saw that you did a lot of photo shoots. You went to salons to get your hair done and all that. Have you, now that you've come out, have you gotten like your own personal glam team, or you're just, seeing how it goes? You know.
Um, that one is tricky because I'm working on a few things,
Okay.
and there's a lot that need to be sorted out. Like, there's a lot happening in my life. Like, there's a lot happening, and I'm just trying to take it a day at a time, like I said, and just be smart about things.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't really have time to be going through certain things. You know,
Right. Mm-hmm.
that's why you would rather have people who help.
Right.
So yeah, I think like everything else, there's always work in progress. There's always room for improvement. So I know people have a lot to say about that, but I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's really not that
Yeah.
deep.
Right.
Something could be figured out that could change, you know. Um, and it's interesting how people care so much about looks and they want me to sell them dreams.
Dreams.
I was never that person in the house. I live a comfortable life and I'm content with who I am. I don't really have to sell that so much on social media.
Right.
But I understand that they feel like it has to happen. And that's
Right.
okay. We're gonna work on it. It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But everything great takes time.
Yes. Agree.
Yeah.
But by the
And
way,
I'm
we
trying to
loved
build
your. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. I'm not just trying to, you know, when it comes to this, I'm not just trying to like just take whatever I can at the time and be like, let's go.
Right.
I would like to build a very sustainable, solid brand, and that's why I'm not trying to rush in things in terms of, because trust me, there are great glam team and squads like that are coming forward and stuff, but I really need to be sure about certain things
What you
I
want to do?
do. I can't just be like,
Yeah.
okay, because I'm under pressure and this needs to happen, I'm just gonna take it. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. It's not gonna be like that. And I think I'm very similar to, I feel like most of my fans are like me. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I have the same personality with most of my fans. And I think if that's the case, because those are the only people that really matters.
Yes.
Those are the only people when they say we don't like it, we're not happy, it will change. But anyone else really comes
Yeah.
last. So I've heard them, but I need them to understand that everything great takes time. We're gonna
Yeah.
get there slowly, but also we have to be realistic. You know, very realistic. I just came out of the house and I have a whole new life that
Right.
I didn't have before this. You know what I mean? So it's gonna take some mistake and some learning to get to a certain point, but they have to be patient
Yeah.
and be
I
with
agree.
me, just like how
Yeah.
they are. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, I really don't want to sell a dream, you know, something I'm
Mm.
not, or something that's like far-fetched. I don't want to be that person.
I love that. That's great. You know, I think that's what attracted a lot of people to you because they feel like you're authentic. So I think you should stick to that. And by the
Yeah,
way, you look
yeah.
gorgeous. You look gorgeous. So
Thank
I love the black
you
hair.
so much.
Everything just looks
Thank you.
amazing. So Kosi, thank you for
Yeah,
this
I'm finished
conversation. You
working.
know, thank you
Oh,
for this
you're
conversation.
welcome.
I
You're so much
hope you have
welcome.
fun. I hope you have
I
fun.
did. I did. My back is killing me. But but
I wish you
I
could see
enjoyed
your
it well.
dress because it looks stunning. But it's
Oh,
okay.
it's actually, it's not a dress. It's I don't know. Let me.
Ooh.
It's a little stuff. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah. Just transfer that to me. I wish I could just wake up and just have Kosi's body, literally, without doing any work.
Oh my
But anyways,
goodness! Wouldn't that be nice?
that would be great. I want to read a message from some of your fans that they sent me. Someone said, please tell her that we want the type of content she had before the Big Brother Titan house. She's such a vibe. So I guess they're referring to your old TikTok videos.
Oh
They like that.
yes.
Yeah. Someone also said, this is from Sia on Twitter. She says, Dear Khosi, I wish you tunnel vision, a fresh perspective, and a resilient spirit. I
Oh,
pray you allow
oh
what
wow,
God has put into your heart to guide you more than what the
wow,
world has put
oh
before your
wow.
eyes.
That's
Destined for
beautiful.
greatness. Love you loads. So,
Ah, love you loads. Back time, Sia. Thank you so much.
all right, Kosi, have a great night. Have a great Easter and keep being you. Bye.
Thank you so much. You're
Thank you,
amazing.
Kosi. Thank you. All right,
Okay,
have
bye
a good one,
bye.
guys. Bye. So, guys,
Bye.
that was a lovely conversation with the winner of Big Brother Titan and Big Brother Titan season 1. Congratulations to Kosi for all her achievements, and we're ready to see her flourish and grow. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to save this video. I'll upload the link in my bio and post it on YouTube. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope Kosi Reigns enjoyed it. Okay, thank you guys so much and have a good night. Bye.